Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Android App Arena is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
This is Android App Arena, episode 55 for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2015. Hodgepodge. This episode of Android App Arena is brought to you by Prosper. Prosper is a peer-to-peer lending marketplace which connects people who are looking to borrow money with those who have money to lend. Visit prosper.com/twit and receive a $50 Visa gift card when you get a loan. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Android App Arena. I'm your host, Jason Howell. So when you do a show where you review 3 to 4 great apps every week, you kind of hit a point where you've collected a large list of apps and some with no category to easily fit them into. One of the biggest challenges of doing this show, aside from always finding great apps, of course, is finding enough of a particular category of apps to fit them into a single show on that category. So today, I decided to throw a few random picks in the mix and deliver to you a hodgepodge of apps. No category, just apps that I like, and I hope you'll like them too. Now, kind of touching on the topic of last week's episode, here's an app that the musician/DJ inside me wishes I had years ago when I was producing electronic music regularly. WhoSampled is kind of like a Wikipedia of sorts for samples that are used in other music. Now, obviously, hip-hop and dance genres are chock full of samples from other records, and WhoSampled is a way to track those popular samples. If you know an artist or a song that you'd like to search specifically, you can, of course. There's a search box up here. Or, from the charts screen, you have access to the growing collection of information from hot and top-rated music to artists that are historically the most sampled of all. I'll give you a hint. James Brown is right at the top with 5,178 catalog sample appearances. Wow. And down below is the Hall of Fame, and I'm not at all surprised to find Amen Brother at the top of the most sampled list. In the world of music production, the Amen break is legendary. Pretty much any artist that has sampled music in their song is probably listed here somewhere, allowing you to dive in and find out what parts of their songs are samples and from where. You can also find out how many remixes for a particular song exist, and even how many cover songs have been written around a song. Surprised to see Beatles Yesterday in the number 2 slot behind What Is This Thing Called Love. Anyways, it's a fun tool to get lost in, especially if you consider yourself a music know-it-all. Check out WhoSampled for free in the Play Store. Now, this app was actually submitted by the developer to the Android App Arena subreddit, and I'm sure it's going to come in handy for some of the fans of this show. It's a particular use case, but I totally get it. Let's say you wear headphones while you work. You're listening to streaming music on your device. You like that song that's playing right now, but have no idea who or what it is. Instead of reaching for your device, unlocking it, launching the app just to see who it is, just install Tuneification. Once granted notification permissions and once you've set which music apps the app will monitor, Tuneification will actually announce the name of the artist and the name of the song at the beginning of each track that plays.
Now listening to Young Liars, BYTV on the radio.
You can set it so it either pauses the song or simply ducks the audio underneath and speaks the information over the top of your playing music. You can also determine if that talkback happens quickly or with a slight delay, starting at 2 seconds. You can even change, and this is fun, the introductory message from the default "now listening to" something like,
"Your Majesty, the next song is tearing..."
And you can control when it happens. So it only does this, for example, when you're listening in headphones or with Bluetooth speakers and not through the device's speakers itself. And finally, Tuneification keeps a log of your played songs, so it's a good list to fall back on later if you want to go digging for that tune you know you heard but can't remember the name of. Check out Tuneification right now in the Play Store. All right, before we move on, let's thank the sponsor of today's episode. Face it, there aren't many good ways to borrow money when you need it. Friends, family, credit card companies, traditional bank loans. But now with a low fixed rate loan with Prosper.com, there's a better way. You can borrow up to $35,000 in as few as 5 days and use that money for just about anything you want. Pay off high rate credit cards, fix up the house, put it into your business. I could certainly go for the whole fix up your house thing. I could take some of that dough and spiff up our house, maybe hardscape our backyard. Oh, the things I'd do. Prosper's online marketplace connects people who need money with those who want to invest in you. You don't rake up more debt on your credit cards. You can pay them off with Prosper. To check your low rate instantly without affecting your good credit, just go to prosper.com/twit. And now, and for a limited time, Prosper is offering Twit viewers a $50 Visa gift card with your low interest loan. You can get up to $35,000 in your account in as few as 5 days and a $50 Visa gift card. Go to prosper.com/twit for this special offer just for Twit viewers. All right, so this next app still fits in the hodgepodge category. It's a neat take on something we've all needed to do at one point or another. Let's take a look. Microsoft continues to do some cool stuff when it comes to app development for Android. Now, Office Lens may sound boring, but what it's actually doing here is pretty neato. It's all about capturing whiteboard and document content and presenting that in a way that's easy and legible when you need it. I'll snap a picture of this document here and notice that I'm doing so at an angle, and I'm doing that on purpose. Now, as I frame the document, outlines will dynamically appear around the document, showing that Office Lens is already recognizing what you're trying to capture. This button allows you to change between capture type. Document here is intended for printed material. There's whiteboard for when you reach the end of a meeting and you want to capture that chicken scratch on the board. And finally, photographic content, which is pretty much a straight up picture, no frills. With this document, it's best to make sure and frame it so all the four corners are visible on the screen, even if it's at this angle. Just make sure the four corners are there. Hold steady and hit the shutter. A little processing happens, and then the app straightens the scan and displays it on the screen. Makes it easy to read. I still have the option to switch between capture types if need be. I can also adjust the crop to make the image a bit better if necessary. And when I like what I have, I just tap save, and it can save to any of Microsoft's core productivity apps installed on the device, as well as to the gallery. And that's it. I like that with its image cropping features, it allows me to be the lazy cameraman that I really am. Thanks, Microsoft. Find Office Lens for free in the Play Store. All right, there you have it. I'm sorry I don't have a fourth app this week, but what can I say? I'm on vacation, so woohoo! That's no excuse. Next week, you'll get a full-size episode, I promise. Send me your favorite apps and categories to arena@twit.tv. You can post those to the subreddit at androidapparena.reddit.com. You can share them with me and the rest of the world there. The show always records live every Wednesday around 4:30 p.m. Pacific when I'm here, following Tech News Tonight. That's at twit.tv. Just look for the live button there. If you can't make the live taping, the show will appear later that evening in the feeds and on the show page at twit.tv/arena. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jason Howell, and I will see you next week in the arena.